Hey buddies, so today I would like to talk about throttle on off transitions. Now this here, right here, is known as the physical throttle, where we open it, motorcycle starts to accelerate, and when we let it go, the motorcycle decelerates. This is very basic. Almost everyone who rides a motorcycle knows about it, correct? But there is one thing, if you attend motorcycle riding schools, you would be taught. That is throttle on off transitions. Now, generally, anyone who rides a motorcycle, what would we do when we have to accelerate? We would just open throttle like this, correct? But that is not correct. That is not the right way to do it, because we think if we just whack open throttle, the motorcycle would accelerate faster. But remember, anything on a motorcycle should not be done with aggression, but should be done with grace and control. So when we are actually opening the throttle, we have to do it in a very graceful way. Well, check this out. If I have to go fast, I open the throttle, but I don't do this, because if I do this, the power delivery is so abrupt that the motorcycle gets disrupted. And what I mean by disrupted is the suspension. Suspension is the most important part of a motorcycle's handling and behavior. Now we have two forks in the front, that is front suspension, and one monoshock on the rear. So when we do this, the front end all of a sudden picks up and the rear gets loaded too much. And when that happens, the motorcycle doesn't behave well. It kind of gets unstable. So remember, always, let me cross this traffic for you to show the transition again. So remember, always open the throttle gradually, like roll it up. Okay? Now, I've been fortunate enough to attend riding schools like Motivation Track Days, and I also have been part of Apex Racing Academy training because of KTM, and have also spent time with legendary racers like Sir Rajni Krishnan, and also with Jabraj Emmanuel sir. So when you spend time talking with professionals like them, the first thing they would teach is that be easy on the throttle. Now, as I mentioned, that when you want to accelerate, roll the throttle and don't open it, don't whack it. So how do you let the throttle go? That is also very important. I'll show that to you after I cross this traffic situation. So now, as we have already talked about the on transition, that is how to open throttle, that is roll the throttle up, correct? That way the motorcycle suspension would not get disrupted. Now what we have to understand further, even more important, is how to let the throttle go. Now see this, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to downshift to third. I've rolled up, beautiful opening of the throttle. Now if I have to let the throttle go, see, now I'm accelerating, right? Same thing, turn the throttle off gradually. Don't do this, don't kind of leave the throttle. See, if you leave it, see what happens. The motorcycle's front end starts to load up too much. See this again. Alright. Now I'm accelerating. See that? So basically, open it in a rolling fashion, close it in a rolling fashion. Try this, friends, when you are on a motorcycle. Open in a rolling fashion, close in a rolling fashion. See, I'll keep doing this. Open, close, open, close, open, close. Now you would say, what if I have to do all of sudden fast acceleration? Do it like this. Deceleration, do it like this. Got it? So that way your suspension remains unloaded unnecessarily, and especially when you're cornering. It could be on a racetrack, on mountains, twisties, anywhere. When you're cornering, your motorcycle is already tilted. You have lesser rubber contact onto the road, lesser traction. So at that time, when you're exiting the corner, you have to be very gentle on the throttle. You got to roll it up like this when you're exiting the corner. Roll it up, and when you're entering the corner, roll it down like this. If you spank open the throttle when you are exiting the corner, your rear wheel will get too much power, the rear suspension will get loaded up, front will become too light, and then you can have a low side. And when you are exiting the corner, if you drop the front suspension, well, the front end can lose traction because the front end would load up too much. So friends, this is something important. You can Google the topic. I am not an expert. I am also someone like you all who's trying to learn and share my knowledge with you all. And I'll come up with more tutorial videos. Cheers, thank you. And if you're not subscribed to me, you're missing out on well over 500 videos. Bye bye. Ciao.